I want to say you are welcome. I'm highly elected to be your host this afternoon. I'm connecting from Nigeria. My name is Okonji Christopher Television, and I want to especially welcome you. Please, if you are connecting, let me know that you are there. One thing you can do for me is just you give me a thumb up. Make sure you comment. Don't just comment. Make sure when you have your phone in your hand, at the right hand side of your phone, you will see 3 buttons. When you punch that button, you will see the comment section will automatically be visible to you, and also the like button will be visible for you. Can you press the like button just to indicate that you are subscribed to my channel? And anytime I drop any video, you will be one of the first people to see it. Once again, I welcome you. I'm here this afternoon to have some time with you. It's a chat time. Please like the live stream. It's a live time, time of chatting. I've come here to have some good time with you, and I believe you also will have some good time with me. Please be connected at this hour. Be connected at this minute. Be connected at this moment. I promise you are going to enjoy, value for the time that you are going to be spending with me in this live stream. In my own part of the country, they say, time no money. Time is money. No one, wants to play with their time. Every time that we have is very precious to us. And I understand that, and I'm not here to waste any of our precious time, but just to have a chat. I want a friend. Do you know what a friend is? Definition of a friend? A friend is someone, that share in your pain. A friend also is someone that share in your moment of joy and grief. So I am a friend. I'm here because I want to chat with you. I'm not just only chatting. I want you to confide in me. Have some moment to confide in me. Wherever you have any challenges, please try to talk it over with the guru himself. I call myself the guru, yes. You are welcome to my channel. I urge you to go visit my content in my YouTube channel, Okonji Christopher Television. Thank you for joining me. Please, whatever part of the world that you're connecting from, please, can you give me a thumb up? Let me know that you are there. It will be a pleasure for me to hear you or to see you. Can you tell me what part of the world you are connecting from? You see, it's all about connecting. You are there, I'm here, and we are having a fellowship and a koinonia. So once again, I say thank you for joining me at this hour and at this season. Well, for some time now, I've been discussing some crucial issues, very topical issue. You might be asking, if you were with me yesterday, I was a pastor. Yes, I'm a pastor by calling. In case those of you that don't know me very well, I'm a pastor. Everyone has his own designation. I'm a pastor by calling. I have pastored for so many years. But you see, the calling of God is in phases. Men are in sizes. There's a season a phase that God called you, beyond the 4 walls. I don't know, maybe you understand what I'm trying to say. So the church is not the 4 walls. Church beyond 4 walls. What I mean is that there was one time I was pastoring a church. I have a church in my hand. But this time around, God has released me, go into the world and make disciples of all nations. That was the Great Commission in the book of Mark 11:15, if I'm not mistaken. When Jesus was leaving the earth, he gave the disciples, he saddled them with the responsibility of going ye into the world and making disciples of all nations. So that is the call. You see, the call of God is in phases, like I said, and men are in sizes. So right now, I've been released into missions. I travel from one location to the other, meeting people and spreading the sweet word of the gospel of God. Jesus is coming very soon. So yesterday, I was preaching yesterday. I was talking about the tabernacle of Moses. If you're not there, you missed out. And once in a while, you see me talk on humanitarian issues. I have an NGO called Save the Education and Health of the Child Foundation. So that automatically makes me a human rights activist in the area of the education and health of the child. So I advocate for a good education and a good health of the child. I'm not only that, I'm a human right on that aspect. I'm also an advocate. I'm advocating for a better Nigeria of my dream. Yes, I'm advocating. You all know what the country Nigeria is right now. So you see me talk on matters that presses my heart. So I talk more like a humanitarian, someone that has a call and a burden for my nation, my dying nation. So you see, every human being is saddled with responsibility. No human being that is on earth that does not have a call. You are saddled with a responsibility. What do I mean? Our calling is in different phases and different aspects, like I said. Some people, God speaks to them, go and run a church. Some people, God will lay a burden in their hearts, and that will be your call. So my burden is what is happening. Anything that touches humanity touches me. So right now, the burden I have is the burden of my country, the burden of the continent of Africa. That's why each time, most of the time, you see me come and talk on the issues that bother my country and my continent. Pardon me, you might call me a Pan-Africanist, but I was meant to understand that Pan-Africanist is just a word. It's beyond colors. It's beyond black colors. Pan-Africanist is someone that wants to see, the lifting of Africa taking its place again among the Committee of Nations. You might be black, you might be green, you might be white. As long as you have the mindset of seeing Africa taking its place again, then you can rightly be called, a Pan-Africanist, because you want to see change. So much has happened in the continent of Africa that meet the eye. So much has happened. So much has befallen Africa. That we are talking so much about, but talk is cheap. Some people say talk is cheap, but I say talk is not cheap. People have talked. I don't want to mention them. People like Nelson Mandela was in prison for 27 years, saying until his people are granted freedom, he should not be released from prison. That's a Pan-Africanist, fighting for the right of his people. You will say is justified. Freedom is not sweet when your people are in bondage. If you are placed in that level, and you have the capacity to see your people free, people like that, so many of them have come and shout and make people who call it noise is cheap talk. No, it's not cheap talk. It's not cheap talk. They've talked. You see, talk is not cheap. Words are powerful. Words are seed. If you go visit my video, I do some beautiful videos and I let you know some words that you need to know that you're not conversant with. Words are not cheap. Say people have talked. Where has it gotten Africa to? No. People have talked and gone. People like Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. People like Nelson Mandela. People like Bob Marley. They have sung about Africa being united, Africa being free from colonialism. People say it's talk, but Africa is still there. No, Africa is not there. Talk is not cheap. Remember, it is words. Words are talk that people talk. Words are seed. When you keep throwing them, it's a matter of time they will spring up. The words we speak yesterday are the products of what we are finding today. The words that have been sown yesterday, that people like these people I called, mentioned their name, the few people I named, the seeds, the words they throw yesterday, we are seeing the fruitings today. What am I trying to say? Africa is rising up. Africa is rising today. I'm telling you, because that seed that have been thrown, that is germinated. But that's not just what I want to talk about today. So I just want to make you confident that I talk in that area because I have a burden. I'm burdened with the issue of my country, Nigeria. I'm burdened with the issue of my continent, Africa. Well, if you are there, please give me a thumb up. And just show up. Let me know that you are there, please. Can you give me a thumb up? Give me a thumb up. Tell me that you are there. and let me know what part of the world that you are connecting from. I just want to know. I want to be sure you are there, and I want to be sure we are having a rapport. Please go the stream. Go like the stream. Go like the live stream at this hour and at this season. Once again, I welcome you, and I'm telling you, you're going to get value for the time that you're going to be spending with me at this hour. Well, today I'm going to be talking about, can Nigeria still be called the giant of Africa? That's a $1 million question. Can Nigeria still be called the giant of Africa? If you see my description, I'm trying to say, well, despite and in spite the economic and political strangulation that Nigeria is passing through at this hour, can we truly say that Nigeria is still a giant of Africa? Well, if you look at it very well, it's not only in size. What qualifies Nigeria to be the giant of Africa? Let's look at it. First of all, Nigeria is strategically located in the map of Africa. You know, it's standing directly in the map of Africa. Nigeria is the trigger point. If you look at the map of Nigeria very well, Nigeria is the trigger point. Thank you for joining me. If you are calling me, please, can you give me a thumb up? I'm happy. Let me know what part of the world you are linking up with me. You are going to be having a swell time with me this afternoon. My topic is that, can we truly say that Nigeria, thank you for liking the live. And please, can you tell me what part of the world you are joining for? Please, thank you for coming in. Tell me what part of the world you are joining, linking up with. Thank you for liking the like. Please like the like, subscribe, press the notification button, and also please, notification button will tell you that each time I drop a video, you will see it and you will like it. Well, I'm talking about, my topic for today is, can Nigeria still be called the giant of Africa, despite and in spite the economic and political strangulation that the country is presently going through? I want your opinion. I want you to air your opinion. I shouldn't be the only one talking. Can you truly tell me, give me a thumb up. Let me know, can you call Nigeria still the giant of Africa? Can you truly say Nigeria is still the giant of Africa, despite and in spite of the economic and political strangulation that our country is going through? Well, I choose topics like this. I choose very topical issues because these are questions that are going through my mind. So I bring them up to have a discourse with whoever I'm going to meet on live at this moment. So if you are joining me, please, I like your contribution to come in. Let me know what part of the world you are connecting from. You are with Okonjo Christopher Television. Can Nigeria be truly called still the giant of Africa? Let's look at it from this perspective. Number one, Nigeria, like I said, is located at the center of the map of Africa. If you look at Nigeria in the map of Africa, Nigeria is standing as a trigger. It's a trigger point. You can hold Nigeria like a gun. You understand what I mean? Nigeria is standing at the middle of Africa. So that's one of the things that still qualify Nigeria, as the middle of Africa. You cannot take that away from Nigeria in a hurry. Nigeria still occupies that place. And again, Nigeria has a tithe of the black population. Nigeria has, the highest population of black people in the whole world. Nigeria has the highest population of black people in the whole world. We can't deny Nigeria that. Nigeria has that, and it qualifies Nigeria. And Nigeria also is vast. I must say that Nigeria is vast in every area. Nigeria is blessed with in human and natural resources. So Nigeria is very broad and powerful. So you can see it that Nigeria is large. So these are one of the things. Nigeria also, how can we look at it? Nigeria has about 700 and something local governments. Local governments, I think, which is bigger than most of the countries in Africa. Nigeria also, how can you look at it? Nigeria in so many ways is large, is vast. Nigeria also has, like I said, has both human and natural resources that makes it the giant of Africa. Nigeria also, is at an advantage point in what God is doing. I'd like to bring that to you right now. Nigeria is a focal point of what God is doing in the whole world right now. God is, having a mindset of walking through Nigeria. When we were growing up as little children, as young believers, they told us that Nigeria is a focal point in what God is doing in the end time. And if you know very well, we are in the end time. What are the signs of the end time? Nations shall war against nations. Brother shall stand against brother. Mother shall stand against their daughters. Sons shall stand against their fathers. You can see it happening all over the place today. You can see the war that is taking place between Ukraine and Russia. That is war taking place in the whole world. You can also witness the present war that is going between Iran and Israel. So many things are happening. So many things are turning upside down. This is the signs of the end time. But the end has not come yet. The Bible told us that in Matthew 24, the end will only come when the word of God is preached to the uttermost part of the earth. So what are we talking about? Nigeria is the focal point in what God is doing in this end time. That is why I am proud to pick on that country. But I ask a question, with the economic and political strangulation going on in Nigeria right now, you watching me right now, can you truly say that Nigeria is still the giant of Africa? I'm waiting for you to talk. Can you give me a thumb up? Let me know you are there. Can you truly say that Nigeria, in your own, judgment, or in your own calculation of the things, happenings, Nigeria is still the giant of Africa? I'm waiting for you to say something. Can you truly say that Nigeria is the giant of Africa, of all the happenings that is going on in Nigeria? Can we truly say that Nigeria is still the giant of Africa? It's something need to write home about. Well, I'm waiting for response from whoever is going to respond. Do you believe, or do you still agree that Nigeria is the giant of Africa? Can you say something? I just want to ask, do you believe that? Among the the black populated nation in the world, do you believe that Nigeria is the is the giant of Africa? In your own opinion, what makes Nigeria the giant? I want to hear you say something. Let me not be the only one talking. Well, let me hear your opinion. Can you talk to me, talk the talk, and like the like? Let me know what part of the world you are connecting from. I just want to be sure you are there. If you are there, I am here, and that makes the two of us. It takes two to tangle. It takes two to have a discourse. It takes two to have a koinonia. It takes two to have a fellowship. That is why I'm here this afternoon. I don't know what time it is in your own part of the world. It's about some few minutes to 2 o'clock, I believe. So we are still here. I'm waiting for you to respond. The question is that, can you tell me, or do you agree that Nigeria can still be called the giant of Africa, despite and in spite the economic and political strangulation that we're going through in the country right now? Well, let me tell you a story. What makes one giant? Let me tell us the story of David and Goliath. There come a time in the life of the Israelites when the Philistines? Yeah, the Philistines came to challenge the army of God. Came to challenge the whole army of God, and there was no one to contend with them. David, that was the era of David. David was a small boy. He was not allowed to go to the war front. His brothers went to the war front, and he was left alone because he's a small boy. I want to let you see how God can lift a man. God does not lift a man based on his size. So God does not deal with size. God does not deal with size. If God deals with size, David has nothing that it takes in the natural to defeat Goliath. I'm telling you the story, I'm going somewhere. So the battle was so heated that the father of David, Jesse, has to send David on an errand. He said, take food to your brothers in the battleground and come back to me. So you see, this was an opportunity for someone that carried God in him. It's not how small you are, but how big the God that you serve is in you. When David got there and he heard the taunting of the great Goliath, trying to defy, according to him, why are you defying the God of Israel? As he said, he stood out, he said, well, there's no need for we to go on battleground. They should just bring someone that will challenge the great Goliath. If anyone is able to bring him down, then they have won the battle. But if he brings them down, then they have won the battle. And nobody, day and night, Goliath keep taunting the army of God. Day and night, Goliath keep, insulting the army of God. So when David got there, David got pissed off. Nobody could challenge Goliath. So when David got there, knowing what he carries in him, and Saul was there also, he now volunteered himself that he should be allowed to go fight this uncircumcised Philistine, like he called him. So let me go and deal with this uncircumcised Philistine, like he called him. So that was what happened, That was what happened. So let me go and fight this uncircumcised Philistine. That was what happened. Thank you for joining me. If you are there, please let me know you are there. So David stepped aside and said, allow me deal with this uncircumcised Philistine. Why will he be defying the army of God? And everyone was surprised. Even his brothers were trying to shut him down. See, you, David, as small as you are, who have called you to come here. Everybody was afraid. As small as you are, look at you, everybody was laughing. How can you face this Goliath, a man that has been an army all his life? But David was not moved by the size of the giant. David was not moved by his own size either. He decided that, say, give me the chance, I will take this man, I will take this army down. I'll bring Goliath down. That was the point of David. And it actually happened that David was allowed to go. They felt for him to step out to challenge the giant, then probably God is with the boy. So when they agreed that David should go, first of all, Saul was afraid for him. Said, let me give you my shield. David said, no, I don't need it. Well, the rest is history. What happened was that David went with a sling and stones. And he said, well, by what he knew in him, as small as David, what I'm trying to bring out there is that David was small in stature, but the God that he carry is bigger. So you could be small in stature, but what you carry is what matters. They say you could be small, but the stillness, what you carry in your mind is bigger than your body. They say the mind is a global frequency. Whatever you can conceive, your mind is bigger than your body. Yes, your mind. So the mind today is what is a product of the world we are having today. Because people think in their mind, they feel they can achieve, and they step out. And it happened. So what we are seeing in the earth today is a product of people that are great thinkers. If there's no great thinkers in our earth, the earth will have been, full of rubbles. But people step out to achieve. And what happened? We have beauty in the earth today. You can see people achieving. It's because people were achieving because somebody stepped out in faith. Somebody with a large mind, with a large heart stepped out. I can do this. And actually they are doing it and they are achieving. What am I trying to say? Your mind is bigger than your body. Whatever a man can conceive in his mind, he can achieve it. I was talking about nations that are going to war at this time. You see, the battle they are fighting today is something that has been conceived in their mind for a long time. You see, you don't just come out and start fighting someone just like that. Before you find that person in the physical, you have been fighting that person in your mind. So you see, whatever action you carry out in the natural is a product of what you have conceived in your mind. So that's why they say the mind is a global frequency. Whatever he can conceive, he can achieve. Remember when David was fighting Goliath? What was his premonition? He told Goliath, he said, the God that gave me the lion in my hands and the bear will also deliver you into my hands. He had a testimony. He had all these testimonies in his mind that God has given him victory in various areas. So he said, God can give me Goliath. And what he thought in his mind was what he conceived. Thank you for joining me. If you are coming in, please, can you give me a thumb up? Can you go like the like? Please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and like. And also press the notification button. And please give me a thumb up as you come in. Let me know what part of the earth that you are linking up from. Well, the topic I'm discussing right now, can Nigeria still be called the giant of Africa? I talk about topical issues. Can Nigeria still be called the giant of Africa? You have the answer. Do you agree with me? If you don't agree with me, please, can I hear you talk? Do you agree that Nigeria can still be called the giant of Africa? There's a reason why I brought out that topic anyway. Like I was talking about, you see, it's not in your size. God does not work with your size. God works with people that have a mind. So God works with your mind. God works with our mind, not our size. So David was small, but he carried a bigger God inside. You could be small in the outside, but what do you carry inside is what matters. So don't look at your size. If you must achieve anything, your size does not matter. What matters is what your mind can carry. That's why it is said that our mind is a global frequency. Whatever thing you have seen on the surface of the earth today, somebody conceived it and brought it and bettered it in the natural. And you can see today we are on airplane, we are riding cars, we are riding all kind of things. The earth is moving from one location to the other. It's what people have conceived in their minds. So it's not your size, but it's not the size of your body, but it's how big is your heart. Are you dreaming big? Your dream could be bigger than your body, but keep dreaming. Consistency lies the power of the word. So what I'm looking at right now, Nigeria cannot be looked at from that point of view because we have economic and political issues and will be downgraded, to the pit of hell. Nigeria is just going through a challenge. We are going through a passing phase of life. One of our major problems is leadership. You agree with me, the leadership of Nigeria has failed the country. Yes, the issue of leadership is a major problem that we are facing in our nation, Nigeria, and we are grappling with it. But that does not nullify the fact that we are still forging ahead. We look forward one day to come out of it. Why I talk about my country is because I'm an advocate. The economy of Nigeria is so bad, and I'm telling you, we are living far, far below $1. As a citizen, far, far below $1. So we are living in a poverty rate. The poverty rate in Nigeria is awesome. I don't want to use the word awesome. It's not a good word. The poverty rate in Nigeria is alarming. So it's bad. The other day I was talking with my wife. The rate in which things are skyrocketing. When we're grown up as little children, prices go up and come down. But anything that goes up in Nigeria does not come down. I'm telling you, once the price of things keep going up every day, it keeps skyrocketing. And we keep asking ourselves the question, what is the cause of prices, skyrocketing every day? The people cannot give us any tangible reason to let us know why the prices of goods and services are going up every day. Because why? The government does not care about the people. They care about what they can get for themselves. But you see, this is also a making of external forces. There are external forces that are encroaching into our economic and political life. In case you don't know, nothing just happened. It is said that nothing just happened. People make things happen. Thank you for joining me. Who is this? Thank you, Noah. Is it Noah? Sorry. Is it Noah? Say hi. I say hi. One word with what? Okay, thank you. If I didn't pronounce your name well, I'm trying to get it. Is it Nga? Sorry, I can't see very well. The sun is blinding my face here. Say hi. How are you? What part of the world are you connecting from? Please, can you let me know what part of the world you're connecting? I'm happy to have you at this hour. Can you let me know what part of the world you're connecting from? I'm Okonji Christopher Television. Can you tell me what part of the world? Is it Nga now? If I didn't pronounce your name very well, please pardon me. Where I am is a little bit blurred. I can't see very well. But sorry, the light is going off. Is it Inga? What part of the world are you connecting from? How are you? How are you doing? How's your family? How is work today? Okay, okay. Inga, I'm from what? India. You are from India. How are you? How is India? How is India doing? It's good to have you. Thank you for taking the courage to come up. I'm very happy to see you. How is India? Please, in one minute, can you tell me how is India doing? India is in Asia. Yes, you are from India. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you. I'm highly elected to see you. Please identify with, please, have you liked the like? Like the life. Please give me a like. Can you like the like? Please make sure you go like the like and also subscribe. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please just do that. And I'm telling you, don't just subscribe, make sure you comment. If you comment, make sure you also press the notification button. As you press the notification button, if I drop any of my video, you will see it immediately. So please do the needful. I'm happy to have you at this time and at this hour. What time is it in India right now, Unga? What time is it? Is it Inga right now? Yes. What time is it in India? It's about some few minutes after 2 right here in Nigeria. I don't know what time is it in India. Can you tell me what time is it? I want to know what time you are connecting me at this hour. Well, you are welcome. I'm highly elated to have you around. Thank you for joining me at this hour, and I'm very happy. Sorry, I have to take some water, and the water is dried up here. That's why I was asking you, Unga. Sorry, what time is it in India? Here in Nigeria, it's some few minutes after 2. Well, we are about 32 minutes to this live stream, and you're welcome. We still have some time to go if you're going to stay with me. I'm having Inga for you coming in from India. Can you tell me the topic we're discussing right now is, can you agree with me that Nigeria is still the giant of Africa despite the economic and political strangulation? Can you say one thing about that? Do you agree with me that Nigeria, in spite and despite the economic and political challenges, let me use a good language that you can understand, is still the giant of Africa? Can you tell me, say one or two things? I know Asia is very big. Nigeria is in the continent of Africa. India is in the continent of Asia. Asia is the largest, yes, Asia is the largest continent in the world, followed by Africa. Africa has about 3 billion people on the surface of the earth. That's almost a tithe of the world population. The world has more than 7 billion people on earth. Nigeria has a tithe of the population. So you see, Nigeria is not a small country. Africa is not a small continent. So that's why I'm interested. I took it upon myself to be talking about my continent because Africa is special. I respect Africa for what Africa is and what Africa represents. The whole world might see us in the other way around. When I'm talking about Nigeria right now, I was just trying to let us know, the present state of our country. We are suffering economic downturn and bad governance. It didn't just start today anyway. For those of you that didn't know the history of my country, Nigeria became independent in 1960. Yes, we were little children. 1970, and barely how many years in 1960, 7 years after the independence, Nigeria was plunged into a civil war. Barely 7 years after the independence, Nigeria was plunged into a civil war that lasted for 3 years. So you can see the crisis that the country was going through. But with the help of God, Nigeria was not destroyed. Nigeria was not swallowed up. So I'm telling you the problems that have ensued in the country that looks as if it's going to swallow the country. But yet the country was not swallowed up. So Nigeria survived this civil war and still carried itself. And different governments have come in and gone, and they have not helped this nation. When people ask me, they say, how comes Nigeria right now has been labeled as one of the most corrupt nations in the whole world? But I tend to disagree with them. Corruption did not start from Nigeria. Corruption did not start from Africa. Corruption started from the Garden of Eden. If you go listen to my videos, it will teach you more, where, Babylon came from. I use the word Babylon. Babylon is a system of the world, that has infringed into the life of humanity, making us live less than the way God wants us to live on the earth. Babylon is the one that tells you to believe in yourself and not believe in God. It's a system masterminded by the devil to put humanity under. I'm telling you, God is telling us to come out of it. So when you say corruption, corruption has been with man. Corruption did not start from Africa. They say African leaders are corrupt. They've laughed at us, but corruption did not start with us. It actually started with the colonial masters, because they were using our leaders as puppets against us. Our leaders are being manipulated. Somebody argued it out. Why will your leaders succumb to manipulation? Well, it's the manipulation of the devil. Yes, why would our leaders succumb to manipulation? That's a question left for another discussion. But all we are saying is that corruption has been with man. All over the world, if you look at every facet of life, corruption has been. Well, corruption has been. There are bad people and there are good people. Donald Trump is the president of Nigeria, of America today, because he merits it. I read a little bit about his story. Donald Trump had an elder brother, and I believe the father would have given the elder brother, when the father was old, he gave the elder brother money to go do business. The brother did not bring profit in. But I learned Donald Trump was given $1 million by his father to do business, and he came back with $3 billion. He was given $1 million. $1 million. $1 million. He came back with $3 billion. So you see, he made profits. Donald Trump made profits. He's a serious businessman. So when the father saw that in this young man, he gave him the family business. That's why you see Donald Trump is a no-nonsense man. Donald Trump will not take nonsense. Donald Trump does not believe in nonsense. He do away with, he has seen life. He's a strict businessman. He's a shrewd businessman. He's diligent to his business. And he will handle, because the way he handled his business very well, he will be diligent to handle America. That is why today he is the president of America 2 times. I think he's the first president, one of the first presidents that is going 2 times. One of the presidents, yes, going to rule America 2 times. It's a feat that Donald Trump has achieved because of the legacies of the businesses that he has been doing. He has left a legacy of being trustworthy. A man was given $1 million to do business, and he came back with $3 billion. So that's the man you can do business with. So Donald Trump, America can be trusted, entrusted into his hands, and he will handle it well. He will not take no. That's why the people don't like him. People don't like you when you are strict, when you are, you are outspoken. People don't like you when you mean business. People want the world to cut corners. So, corruption has been in the world. I was defining it. If you go listen to my video, Babylon, corruption has been with man from the time of creation. Let me define it a little bit for you. When Adam was created in the Garden of Eden, Adam was created in the Garden of Eden. God gave an instruction for them not to eat of a particular fruit called the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and they were permitted to eat from the tree of the knowledge. And they were permitted to eat from the tree of life. He said that if they eat from that tree of the knowledge of good and evil, they shall surely die. So when they ate of that fruit that God asked them to eat, they were cut off from God. The Bible said from that day onwards, they began to look at themselves. They began to depend on their sense of smell, their sense of reasoning, their sense of touch, their sense of themselves. Everything switched from God and switched to man. That was the beginning of, corruption. Because why? Everything that man engaged in became corrupt. We can see a man that does not have God is corrupt. That's absolutely the definition of corruption. A man that does not have God must do evil, must cut corners to survive. So corruption did not start in Africa. It has been with man, but it only spreads. So you see, corruption came with a religious mindset. What is religiosity? Religion. Religion is having a form of godliness, but deriving the power. You might have a form of the form of God's life, but you don't have the power. That sustaining power that will make you stay away from evil, not doing evil. When you have the fear of God, you will not be corrupt. So corruption has been with man. Nigeria is not the most corrupt nation. Africa is not the most corrupt nation. It's just a unfortunate that we find ourselves in the mess that we find ourselves. I've talked about it. Go and listen to my life when I talked about Nigeria in this present decadence. Go listen to that life. I talked so much. How did Nigeria get into this present decadence that we find ourselves? I mean, Africa. Right now, I'm talking about Nigeria. I mean, can we still be called the giant of Africa? I want to hear you. Can you say something? Nga, can you tell me, do you agree with me Nigeria is still the giant of Africa? I want to hear you say something to me. Just talk to me. Just talk the talk. I want you to talk to me. Can you say one thing? Do you agree that Nigeria is the giant of Africa? What can you tell me? I've been talking. I want to hear you too. Let's talk. Let's have a chat. Let's chat the chat. Let's chat the live. Can you talk with me so that I can hear you? I'm here and you are there. I just want to hear you. We have been talking so much, but I want to hear you. Let me hear you talk the talk. As you talk, let me hear your own part of it. Do you agree that Africa, Nigeria is still the giant of Africa? Can someone talk to me? Do you agree that Nigeria is the giant of Africa? What makes you agree or what makes you disagree that Nigeria is not? Can I hear you? Air yourself. We're having a chat. Like the like, go like the like, subscribe. I'm telling you, press the notification button. Make sure you are in tune in this live. I'm happy to be with you here, and I'm enjoying every moment and every time that we are spending together. Don't forget, it's Okonji Christopher Television. I'm here and you're there. Together we're having a good time. Thank you for keeping this section going. In a very few seconds from now, I'll be cutting off from this live because my battery is going down. I didn't come with my power bank here, sorry. But please, I'm waiting for just a second. Can you tell me, do you agree with me or you have another opinion? Can you tell us, do you think Nigeria can still be called the giant of Africa in spite and despite the economic and political challenges that we go through as a country? I'm still waiting for someone to talk to me. Please, if you have not liked the like, go like the like. Like the live, please. Let me know you are there. It's very expedient for me to know that you are there. I'm excited to be with you at this moment and at this hour. We are having a good time together. I'm telling you, we're having a good time together. And it will be nice that we're having a live stream. When I talk, you talk back. That makes two of us. And that makes the chat so exciting. You agree with me? So we need to, talk to one another. It is experience. So I'm happy because you are there joining me. Whatever we want to do, we can achieve. It's a matter of time. If we agree to achieve, we can achieve. God has given us this time together, and I know I want us to enjoy it together. So when you talk to me, I'll be very happy. Please, if you have not subscribed, go subscribe. If you have not pressed the notification button, if you're having your phone in your hand, just place your phone in your hand, touch it. If you look at the right hand side, you will see 3 buttons. Press it, and it will lead you to a comment. It will lead you to subscribe. Please like the like and subscribe, and also press the notification button to make you see any of my videos that will come up. I'm so delighted to be with you at this moment and at this hour. Please remember the topic again is, can Nigeria still be called the giant of Africa? I leave it in your hands. Peradventure, if you are not answering me now, you will answer me one day. But I want you to know that Nigeria has a destiny and a future to fulfill. The destiny of Nigeria is bigger than one man. It's bigger than any nation. Nigeria is going to fulfill its destiny. And I believe so much in my country. That's why you always hear me talk about it. They say, you that love your country, you are a good, you are a patriot. So I patronize my country because I know my country has a future in what God is doing. Nigeria is going to come out as, a focal point in what God is doing. God is going to start a new work in Nigeria as it goes through the whole world. A new work has already started in Africa already. In the Sahel region of of East Africa, Burkina Faso and some other countries, the wind of revolution is blowing across the continent of Africa. There's a new world order that is coming up right now. Please look out for it. Be a part of it. Go make sure you subscribe to my station, like it, comment, and subscribe. Go watch my videos. Go watch my shorts. Go watch my live. You'll be blessed. Thank you for joining me.